Okay, so a while ago I recorded a Netflix and chill video where, because I didn't understand what Netflix and chill was when when I first heard it. I thought it actually meant, smoke weed, go back and smoke weed because, chill. But, obviously it turns out to be more popularly known as sex. And I didn't know that at the time, so, when I agreed, I misunderstood and, didn't know what the whole situation was, especially when this person had a partner. So I'll include that video in a bit at the end, I'll chop it in and, do whatever editing I have to do. But in the meantime, I'm going to talk about a few other things, like, for example, I was around in town wearing, obviously it's hard to show, something a bit more interesting and a bit more unique. Obviously you've seen this in other videos, I'm sure. If not, there is at least one where I'm wearing this, but, not necessarily with the sleeves out. And I felt like being a bit different today, and it's a bit more summery and a bit lighter than wearing a stupid ass coat all the fucking time. Anyway, it goes to show either it's the hot weather or a lot of the times that you just deal with a lot of twats when you stand out and you're not the same boring generic shit, and I hate wearing the same boring generic shit as everyone else. So, it's something a bit more interesting, that's why I like it. Yes, it's deliberately scruffy, it's the style, but it's from Top Man, it's a Top Shop fucking item. Maybe it's not the current season, it's something I bought a while ago when it was when they did interesting stuff and it was definitely my sort of style, so I was like, yeah, that looks cool, I'll get that. And obviously I still like it and wear it, so yes, it is cool. This is one of the few pairs of clothes that I was able to save from when I lost everything. Anyway, going around town, one person comes around the corner, punches me in the wrists hard, just carries on walking, doesn't say anything. That fucking hurts, and complete dickhead. It's like, just because I'm dressed differently doesn't give you the fucking right to attack me, and this happens more often than you'd think. Anytime I'm wearing something a bit different, people will deliberately shoulder barge you as hard as they can, and then I've got used to doing it, so I'll rock up and like solidify when you can see that they're coming, and then they'll injure themselves. Obviously this guy came around the corner and punched me in the wrist for no fucking reason, and it's like, didn't see that coming. Plus you can't really solidify up your wrist to take the blow and put it back into them, because they'll walk at you and it's like you'll stop, you deliberately stop, you stand still so that you're not the one that walks into them, so they've got the opportunity to walk around you, and if they do bash you, as they do, and it's not always men, sometimes there are pathetic females that do that, and it's like, why are you deliberately trying to attack me? What the fuck? It's not like, why? I'm not doing anything against you, I'm just dressed normally. What, you want attention from me? There are better ways to get attention from me than smack me. It's like, what the fuck? And if you think that I'm some sort of threat, no, I'm into women, I'm not remotely interested in that. So, if you're that sort of pathetic twat, do I look like a gay guy? No, I look like the most manly guy in the world. If you got long hair, usually fucking manly, because, like, you don't give a shit. You're not the gay quiff fucking perfection trimmed. No, this is more like the I'm a man, I don't give a shit look. And it's like, yeah. So yeah, you let it grow, and you stop caring, you stop giving a shit, especially when you're getting older. And it's like, I spent most of my life like this, and I used to look a lot younger, and I used to always look way younger than I am, and that was always a detriment to life as well. And yeah, I've always had the long hair because I found it cool and I liked it, and it looks me and it's more me, and especially when I get prejudice against me, it makes me less likely to change it. So the amount of prejudice that I've gone through, I'm just like, yeah, this is me, deal with it, just fucking deal with it. So it was World Mental Health Awareness Week as well, for those of you that don't know. Anyway, as I get older, it's like, I look shitter and shitter, and maybe the glasses don't fucking help. When I didn't have glasses, I looked a lot better, and, putting on weight again, so it's like, that's not really ideal again. So, I was trying to keep control, but the roof leak, I don't know if I ever told you about the roof leak, where the twats upstairs, they weren't in, and then the roof leak happened, and then because I reported it, and they had to go into their home to solve the leak, because, well, I call it a roof leak, it's a leak through my bathroom roof, it was leaking everywhere, but it was coming from their flat upstairs, and now since then those twats have been back. Anyway, since they were told that stuff was leaking, they moved back in, and that's not really ideal. But the leak, obviously it blew out some electrics and stuff, and I had to get electrics changed and swatched over. But it also damaged my weighing scales, because my weighing scales are in my bathroom. They got flooded, they've rusted solid so that you can stand on them and you'll weigh 0 stone forever. It's like, no. I was using that to keep an eye on my weight and make sure that I wasn't going, doing anything. And lack of sleep hasn't helped either, because I haven't had the motivation and energy to do anything, let alone exercise, but, hardly any energy to go out and do anything remotely, so that's been sucky. And that's another thing that I've got to come down on as well, is like, when I was younger I was out more, I was doing more things and off out doing things and just panicking that I hadn't took the sock off, because sleep deprivation isn't good for you, and it's like sometimes I'm forgetting things and doing stupid things. But yeah, when I was younger I obviously was able to pull a lot of girls and, get a lot of interest, so I was more picky and turned down opportunities for sex and turned down dates and stuff. And it's like, now that I'm not out doing anything and not out dating and, just pretty much staying in, maybe there are a lot of regrets with a lot of the situations that I could have been. And, I've had the opportunity for some very attractive ladies, and I've dated some very attractive ladies, and, with cool personalities as well. So, but I've also dated some nutcases. But now that I'm not really dating, I'm not even really on the dating scene, I'm not going out clubbing. The last time I went out was New Year's Eve. Yeah, I danced for 2 girls, I have them on Facebook now, but have I really spoken to them since? It's like, no, I'm quite shy on that now, because I'm quite secluded now, and I'm not really out there and doing things, and I'm still in all this stuff, so it feels wrong to pursue people and go on relationships when I'm actually still in love with someone else. It's like not really ideal in life, but again, you can't just sit not getting on with life and missing out on everything because of that. So yeah, and I do feel shit about the way that I look now, so and it doesn't help when you get bullied by twats for going around town in something that I feel more myself in, because I'm not in some dull, pathetic, boring outfit. This makes me feel more myself, and makes me more outgoing, so I'd be more like myself. And it just sucks that twats are prejudiced against the way that you look and what stuff you're into, and it's like you're not even really recognised as a social ethnic group when you are particularly bullied. There are a lot of people like Sophie Lancaster. Never forget Sophie Lancaster. Obviously Bloodstock Festival always has the Sophie Lancaster stage and all the Sophie Lancaster stuff, because she was targeted for being a goth and, murdered by twats for no reason, just because of the way she dressed and the way she chose to look, because that was her. And you shouldn't bully and beat up and attack people for the way they look, because that is completely wrong. And if you're that thick and that narrow-minded that you can't accept that there are people that are different to you and feel different and interact with different social groups than you, because they are different and they don't get along with normal people, because a lot of normal people hold prejudices and they're so fucking prejudiced and narrow-minded, and it's like if you're remotely different to them you get socially excluded and attacked, and not only attacked, it's not only physical attacks, verbal and spreading rumours and bollocks, and I've had to deal with all this shit for my entire life, and it's like, no. And you wonder why I'm quite insecure about these things. So obviously there are opportunities that I've had and turned down because I felt insecure about them, because I haven't believed them, but there are also some where I have turned them down because I was just picky. Maybe I should have. And then there are other opportunities that I could have pursued again, but I haven't, because they've been with other partners, and I felt like a social elegance, it's like I feel like that would be wrong. But again, if they were interested, then maybe I should have. And it's not just one person. There have been a few opportunities where people have had partners, and I felt like, it's wrong for me to pursue them. If they're the one with partners, they should maybe pursue me if that's what they're interested in. But, that's just me. Anyway, onto the Netflix and chill and the complete misunderstanding over what Netflix and chill was. Until it became really well known and memed on. I really did think that Netflix and chill meant, smoking weed and relaxing and watching Netflix. Not come back to mine and, let's shag. Because that would be more open, if you're interested. And especially if someone's agreed to go back with you, maybe put the moves on them, it's not just lie in bed and watch Netflix because you've got a partner and they don't understand at all what you meant. Might have helped, move things along a bit. Anyway. Okay, so obviously Netflix and chill is a thing now. Now, when I first heard it, I honestly thought that it meant someone else because obviously chill implies other things. So, when I was asked to Netflix and chill, I thought it meant Netflix and 420. So, it's more chill, relax, watch some stuff and chill. I'm sure you know what 420 is. If you don't, then maybe look it up. But yeah, that's honestly what I thought it was. So, when you find out that maybe you missed the opportunity to have sex with someone that you would have, but they had a partner, so obviously you wouldn't necessarily, obviously I didn't make the move because it would be up to that person to surely make the move on the single person, even if they have gone, especially if they've gone back to yours and you're lying in bed and watching Netflix together. I mean, that's kind of your responsibility then to make the move. And it's like, for example, it used to be hook up used to be the thing, and then that used to actually mean to hang out, let's hook up, let's go do something, let's go bowling, someone specific, just let's meet up and spend some time together. And then, if you're behind the times, then you get, hey, do you want to hook up sometime? And it's like, no, I didn't mean that. So yeah, I don't get why people aren't just straightforward with it, but I mean that you can imagine maybe that it's trying to keep it, more secret, and maybe in a group and you're saying, hey, do you want to come back to mine and watch some Netflix and chill? And then the other person might not necessarily know what you mean and think, hey, let's go back and watch some stuff and maybe smoke a bit. But yeah, it's like, then it's on you to make the move, especially if you've got the partner, because like I said, I had no clue that was actually what it meant. Miss out on sex with someone that I would have, clearly, but yeah. So I don't know why people need these things, really. I mean, like I say, it gets lost in translation, then everyone finds out what it means anyway. So when everyone knows, hey, that's Netflix and chill, that means, hey, do you want to go have sex? It's like, well, then they find someone else, and then again you go through the whole process again where people don't know what it is. What's the next one? Hey, do you want to come back to mine and install Minecraft on my hard drive? Because yeah, Minecraft, the innuendo is very real, and Minecraft can involve exploring deep caves, and well, the hard drive would obviously be a metaphor for something downstairs. But yeah, I don't know, it just seems that people should maybe be more straightforward, and if you've then got the person at yours and you're the person with the partner, then it's your responsibility to make the move, even if you're the girl. Because yeah, the other person would think, well, even if there is chemistry and the opportunity and the right mood and the right situation, that person is with someone and it's not, ideal. So yeah, this was a while ago now, so irrelevant situations, but I mean, I've missed out on quite a few opportunities, not necessarily through just Netflix and chill, because obviously, but yeah, there are many opportunities that I've missed out on in life, but hey, we're not going into that. It's just I wanted to explore the narrative of, why do people go into these? Why do they need the subtext? I mean, I can understand, maybe it's less scary than asking someone, but then, if the other person, yeah, and then they don't actually know what you meant by that, and it's like, yeah, I mean, I'll hang out and smoke with you, and no, that wasn't what you went, whoops. Oh well, it's life, it moves on, hey-ho. But yeah, these subtleties that get lost in translation, and yeah, it's just, you need to take the opportunity when it arises, I guess. But again, if you're the single person and the other person with a partner, you're not going to make the move. it's just a very complex situation and complexities that are life, and I bet your viewers, I mean, I have an aim range of viewers, mostly you're in your 20s, so obviously you're not in the learning stages necessarily. I mean, I'm not holding that against you, because I mean, I do know people in that age bracket were still virgins. I mean, so yeah, I mean, and hello, 60-year-olds, if you're still virgin as well, that's quite congratulations, getting to that age and maintaining your virginity. But there are a few of you that are underage and perhaps learning these things, in which case, I'm probably not the right channel, because I use adult language and adult themes. It's probably not the best channel for that, but yeah, I mean, this life, and it's very confusing situations, and I don't know, someone could explain why the need for people to have these subtext, and what is the new one? I mean, because everyone now knows Netflix and chill, just like everyone knows hook up now. You know, surely there's got to be some new subtle strange thing. Hey, you wanna download apps on the iPhone? No, it wouldn't be the iPhone though, it'd probably be, I don't know, some new thing that's going to come out later. I don't know, browse the App Store with me. It's got to be something subtle and that wouldn't necessarily mean it. But then, you know, you're inviting people that aren't necessarily after that, and then it's like you're trying to maybe take advantage of them. I don't know, maybe. It's just strange, and you know, then the whole thing of, well, you know, if you have to resort to these lines, like the people have to use chat-up lines, it's like, really? You have to resort to use the chat-up lines? I guess it gives them confidence, and you know, I'm not knocking them for that, it's just, you know, I've never used chat-up lines. You know, if I've been interested in someone, I talk to them properly, have a conversation with them, get to know them, and then, you know, if things lead on from there, then they lead on from there. Or maybe I just dance with them all night, because I like to dance, and I was known as the podium guy in university, because I used to get on the podium to dance. The main reason for that was you couldn't dance on the dance floors on student nights. They were so crammed with so many people just standing around doing nothing, and it's like, well, you know, I came up to dance, and you know, if I pull sometimes, maybe I pull sometimes, and if I just dance with someone all night, you know, I dance with someone all night. But that's life again, and yeah, I prefer. I went out to dance mainly. You know, I didn't go out to pull, and then there was those that go out for the night to pull, but that wasn't what I was heading out for. I was heading out to have fun, have a good time. And yes, I'm not saying sex isn't fun and isn't a good time, but you know, I was there to dance, not to pull and have sex. I mean, you know, I used online dating. I could find people that I was more compatible with, and online rather than that, and you know, it was easier to chat to people and find people that are interesting online, because I mean, you're just judging people by their looks mostly. If meeting them in person, you know, you don't know if they're single, you don't know loads of other things. So you know, if you're chatting to them online, you know, they've got to be single. Well, not necessarily, but B, they're into you. You know, they're interested, they're chatting to you. Things are more progressive and less barriers of confusion and complication. So, you know, people are not good for using online dating, but that's the way I saw it. You know, it's just more convenient for me, because you know they're single. You know they're not pissing about or trolling, or, you know, hey, this person's into you, and it's like, well, you know, if they were that into me, maybe they should come tell me themselves rather than getting their friends to come tell me, or, you know. It's just, so, yeah, that's why it's far easier and less complicated to date online and do things like that. So, yeah, that is life, and I obviously have digressed from the main point, but it's a more rounded video that way, I guess. So, yeah, if you have any other videos or topics that you'd like to have me rant on and go on diverse random tangents about, then feel free to put in the comments below. And yeah, if you have suggestions for what would be the new Netflix and chill, because I mean, there's got to be a load of cheesy variants of stupid new things that it could possibly be. I don't know, you know, I've mentioned a couple off the top of my head that would be really stupid, but apt and poignant and cheesy enough. But yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.